Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Down Under call for the 9th of March. And tonight we have Nicole with us, all the way from Israel. And she'll be sharing what she's learnt from SFM and what she's done with what she's learnt. Welcome, Nicole.
Thanks, Robbie. I hope everyone is well, wherever you're in Australia, and I'm a little bit further away.
That's all good.
So it's really good to be on the call. I haven't jumped on a call before, so it's really nice. So Robbie, you just want me to start talking about when I started SFM, or
Yeah, give us a bit of background about yourself. And
okay. So I'm living in Israel at the moment. I started SFM just before I gave birth to my daughter, so she's 3 now. And I originally started SFM because I wanted, and like everyone, an alternative to working 9 to 5, and to do something from home so I could spend more time with my family, which I think kind of relates to, quite a few people. At the time, I had my own business importing fashion and selling here in Israel. So I was importing from Australia. And, when I was living in Australia, I did other jobs like real estate and all other things like that. And so basically that's why I started SFM. I was getting sick of, my own business was really hard, and, I didn't want to go to 9 to 5. So basically I worked really hard in SFM. I made sure that I really, went through all the modules and everything, and I read all the books, and I did, everything that they said. So, and I felt that was really overwhelming at the time, which I'm sure other people can relate to. And what I can say looking back is that I'm really, really happy that I worked hard at it, and it has brought me into a place where I didn't think I would be. And I really have the SFM to thank for that, to be really honest. So now I actually just released a fitness program. Well, it's a wellness program for women who are planning to become pregnant. So it's like a preventative approach to health and wellness and fitness for women. And everything that I learned in SFM really was a platform for me being able to build a whole course by myself, basically, because there's no way, I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't even thought about it before, So that's that. And on another note, which SFM really helped me, and it actually, correlates to the program, because I wouldn't be able to do the program unless I had an income. And my income now is coming from clients that I take and I do their marketing. So it's all kind of works together. Basically, SFM has given me the basis for everything that I'm doing now, if that makes sense.
So how many clients do you have? How many clients do you have?
I have 4 or 5 clients. So I do all their social media, paid and unpaid, and I do the newsletters, which came from me doing so many newsletters myself for the SFM. So I basically just take someone's business here. So the small businesses in Israel who want to reach, an international audience. And like with SFM, I just use what this SFM tells us to do with our affiliate program on their businesses. So I make sure all the funnel is working. So when someone buys a product, it's mainly in fashion, but so they buy a product, I make sure they get a thank you, the automated email sequence. We're sending the newsletters it's not every day like SFM, but, once a month. And so much stuff that I learned from the SFM, I just applied to their businesses, because really marketing is what I realized. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, it's the same, it's basically the same rules. So I've just, been able to build my clients' businesses and get them more sales and convert and everything like that through all the SFM training that we did and stuff that I did for my own SFM. So I really, really believe the SFM it's changed my whole life. It really has. And if I hadn't have done this, there's just I'm pretty sure there's no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now. And it's given me financial freedom, whether I'm focusing on SFM or not. It's definitely, I work from home. I can spend time with my daughter and everything. It's like everything that I've wanted has happened, but only from hard work. I can't say that it happened. No, it really did not happen overnight. Sound like it had, but it did happen. I struggled. There was times where I didn't want to keep going with SFM, but I just kept doing it. There was a really hard point when we moved, because I went back to Australia to give birth to my daughter. So, it's getting up at like 5 a.m. for the calls with Gynelan, then with my daughter, but I just, kept on going. And then we moved back to Israel, and then I don't know if anyone's aware, but the war began here. So there was also really a lot of pressure because, the alarms were going off all the time, and I'd be on a webinar and I'm like, oh my God, I'm on a webinar. I have to listen to Gynelan, and things were just like literally missiles were in the air. And it was, something that I pushed through a lot of boundaries to keep going. And it was definitely worth it every second. So that was a pretty crazy time.
Well, I would imagine.
Small little things going on around us.
Yeah,
but
and people think they have problems.
Seriously. Talk about barriers. It was like, intense. But it's all part of the journey. Everyone has stuff going on in their lives. So whether it's,
missiles flying over,
whatever,
yeah,
terrorism or whatever, shit's always going to happen. You just have to be resilient and keep on going. And like, I guess Stuart and Jay always talk about, is like having a really strong why, which I had, was just having like that financial freedom to be able to spend time with my family. And another thing that I found was just incredibly amazing was the meta stories. I mean, for me, they really worked. It was really crazy. There was times where it was exactly right to the, a few dollars, the meta story that we do, everyone has to do that. And also the vision boards. And even, I don't know if they still have it now, but at the beginning you had to do a bucket list. And this is like, we're talking like 4 years ago or something, a bit longer. And on my bucket list was a fitness program, so it's like incredible how it all kind of happens, and also in my vision board and stuff like that. So all the training that they tell you to do, even if you doesn't make sense now, I really see the power looking back. I was just doing what they were saying because I just saw that they are successful and just do it. So I think a lot of people maybe don't see the reasoning behind some of their stuff, like read this book and do like write, 1,000 times, in the meta story. I mean, when I was doing it, my husband just saw all these papers all over the table, like hundreds of pieces of paper. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm writing my meta story. Leave me alone. And I'm just like, he thought I was loony, but just do it because it's so, I think this training is just incredibly amazing. And I think there's a reason behind everything that they teach. Like there's a method to their madness. And I mean, if you just keep going with it, whether it's promoting the SFM or it leading to a different path, it's tools that will lead you to whatever you really want to do. Because I think I didn't understand at the time, but really believe marketing is, no matter what business you're in, it's like a fundamental aspect to every business. Like, I mean, it's really powerful knowledge to be able to reach people to sell whatever you want to sell.
So does your husband understand now that it's worked?
My husband thinks I'm nuts.
No.
He knows something's working. He's like, yeah, that's great. He like doesn't know how I do stuff or what I'm doing, but he just, I mean, that was also another big barrier. Oh, what's that? Something just happened.
Someone else joined.
Oh, okay, because it just says a big there's a big name on my screen and you disappeared.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, hi. I guess that's Ralph.
Yeah, that's Ralph.
Hi. So when I joined SFM, there was a big kind of struggle in terms of like, it put a bit of pressure on my relationship with my husband, which I think a few people relate to, because I also believe, like, I don't know, not many people really understand affiliate marketing and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, there's the scam factor, because as well, there is a lot of scams out there. So, and usually your partner wants to kind of protect you. And when you're telling them, yeah, I just need a few $1,000s to put on this program. And they're like, yeah, okay, honey, sure, just take my money, although it's our money. You know, I think it can put pressure on, especially because it's like a monthly fee and everything, and, you know, you don't see results straight away. So sometimes, like, I think there can be issues. So in terms of that, the only thing that I can, from experience, recommend to people is they're just 100% honest with their partners about it. Because I kind of think I forgot to mention a few things to my husband when I started, like the monthly cost and everything. So it was, you know, after about 6 months, he's like, "Sorry, what? How much? What you're paying for this?" I was like, "Yeah, didn't I tell you?" So kind of like forgot about that. So yeah, just to maybe be upfront with it at the beginning, because, you know, it is an investment really. But I see it as like an alternative to education through, you know, schools and university and stuff like that. I think it's a better education actually. But, you know, I'd love my daughter to be doing something like this when she's older. I hope SFM's still around so I can get her to, you know,
Well, you can
do the course, or, you know.
You can teach it yourself because you know it all by now.
Oh, I can teach it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not my course for kids. So yeah, that's that really. So now with my fitness program, all the skills that I do all my own marketing. I was able to build the course and understand the user experience, and converting clients through, you know, the funnel, automation, the importance of newsletters, video marketing. I did that 90-day video challenge, which was really, really, really challenging, but also given me heaps of skills, you know, to be more confident on camera and stuff like that, which I've been able to use for my business. So it's all the stuff that you're doing and you're not sure what you will use it for. Later on, it kind of just, you know, just forms that platform for, you know, your success later on, basically. So, yeah, even like PR. So I think I was telling Robbie before, I was just published in Shape magazine, which is a really, really big magazine. And I did my own PR. I did my own outreach, you know, so I was actually really proud of that because it's not, you know, I didn't pay for that. And I think, you know, paid editorial is like thousands and thousands of dollars. So again, another thing from SFM that they taught was to build communication with people, engagement and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really, yeah, I really am really thankful to SFM. I really am. Thank God. I'd be I'm sure I'd be somewhere in, I actually had to go back to work at one stage. When we came back from Australia, I did have to go back part-time to work for a little while. And even that job was based on SFM training. So it was in a startup company, a neuroscience company for an application. And I was dealing with the social media, and we had Chris Paul, who is an NBA player, NBA star, whatever. And I was dealing with, you know, even with his team and stuff like that. So for the social. So, I mean, that was also from SFM, and I was able to understand, like, I had to do landing pages and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't have no idea what a landing page was before SFM or how to, you know, do social properly and stuff like that. So keep going.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So what got you into the exercise program?
Well, exercise is something that I've really been into, like, you know, for a very, very long time. And it's always been like a dream of mine to do something in fitness. I knew that I didn't want to be a personal trainer. That just didn't really inspire me enough. There was I didn't see enough value in it long term. And also it's a lot of hours, so it's not really like digital. And then, yeah, I just always was always in the back of my head, okay, something in fitness. And I just knew that it would just be what it is when it was ready. I just had this feeling that it was gonna, when it was ready to kind of evolve, it would somehow. I would think of an idea. And then when I was pregnant with my daughter, like the doctor had told me at the time when I got pregnant, you know, just keep on training, whatever you were training before your pregnancy. And I thought, oh, thank God I was training. And now I'm also we're trying for our second. And when I was training, I said, oh, I can't believe there's no fitness programs for women before pregnancy. And I was like, I'm going to make one. And that was that. So I decided that there's a lot of value in giving women a preventative approach to fitness before pregnancy, because you can't actually start a new program when you're pregnant. And also there's things like postnatal depression, which fitness helps, and also, of course, core body strengthening before you actually get into your pregnancy, so your body is able to kind of, you know, it's hard carrying a baby for 9 months, and also with the birth and post-pregnancy. So to help with, you know, some people have a lot of problems with weight gain and stretch marks and everything. Basically, it's a preventative approach rather than like the millions of programs that are out there for pregnant women and post-pregnancy. It's like going backwards and saying, okay, you know, most people planning pregnancy, so why not think about fitness? And the program isn't just fitness, and it isn't a transformation program. It's not like do the program and get abs. It's just, you know, light training. And then I have like, I created a recipe book, like 30 recipes, which are all like with foods that promote, you know, fertility and hormone balancing, and heaps of like logbooks and stuff like that. So they can.
So it's more a lifestyle thing.
Yeah, but for pre-pregnancy. So lifestyle's like, for, you know, that's my target market. You know, anyone could really use it. That's my target market.
Yeah.
Yes, you can download like things for your menstrual cycle. Like there's heaps of stuff, freebies, which also, you know, I mean, like the tools that the SFM gave me for that is to understand you don't have to do everything yourself. So I created like the program, and then I outsourced the actual, you know, the PDF to someone on Fiverr. Fiverr has like saved my whole life. Let me tell you, you know, really it's insane. If no one, I mean, honestly, I would be dead without Fiverr. Like a lot of my work, even for my clients, like I re-optimize their Pinterest boards, for instance, you know, when I start working with them. And at the beginning I started doing one and I said, why am I doing this? It's like I can just tell someone else to do it. So for something that honestly took me, because this girl had so many boards, something that would have taken me like 7 hours at least, I got someone on Fiverr to do it for like $5. And they did it really great. And now I use it for all my Pinterest accounts that my clients have. So she does all the pinning and everything, and I pay like $10 per month. You know, and I charge my clients like, I don't know, $100 and something for that. So even, you know, I translate people's stuff here sometimes. I don't even know how to write Hebrew. But I do translation because I just outsource it to Fiverr. So it cost me $5. They pay me like a few $100s, and then I will go over it because, you know, I like to give an extra service, and I also feel bad that I didn't do anything. So I go over it and I actually improve whatever piece they gave me. So like I've had CVs and stuff like that. So I actually just edit it for them and make it like read better and stuff. And that's also a great source of income. And those clients always come back. So, you know, Fiverr, you can do anything. It's a great resource.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking a lot.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Question?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So how long have you been in SFM for?
I've been in SFM since 2012.
Okay, 4 years. So
yeah.
So when you first started, you didn't really have a business as such.
I had a business. Yeah, I had an import. I was importing. I live in Israel, so I was importing fashion to Israel and selling in like high-end boutiques and in stores. And I was selling online, but at the time, you know, now looking back, I had no idea what I was doing. So my online stores, nothing worked. Look, if I went into that business again, it would probably be really successful online because I would know what I'm doing. But so at the time, that's what I was doing. I had my own business in fashion.
Okay, and now you've sort of moved into the fitness side of things.
Yes. So now I have a fitness program, and I also work with clients, small businesses here, helping them with like everything we do in SFM, with their social, with their paid marketing, with their newsletters, even building like their websites. And all that is really just from the SFM. I haven't had any other training at all.
And that business has evolved through over the last few years. Because you weren't really looking at
Well, the funny thing is, you know, I did work for a small period in a company, like for a year, and now then I stopped, and I already had one client that I was working with, and when I stopped, I said okay, and I actually earn nearly double what I was earning in the company through these clients. And I definitely don't work that much. No, for them. No, I work a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm working a lot in comparison to like the hours that now I'm working on my own businesses as well. So that adds up half the time. But in terms of my client work, which I get paid for in comparison to the work I was doing in the company, you can't compare it. I mean, and I'm earning more. It's like insane. So, you know.
Well, that's actually exciting to hear because, I mean, I'm only a newbie in this, but, you know, I've got no business as such behind me, but I have an idea that's sort of just sitting in the back there, and I'm sort of hoping that as I progress through SFM like you have, that it will evolve and, you know, there'll be that aha moment that'll go, I can do this.
Yeah, you'll find, I think, with the SFM, if you just keep at it and really do all the training, like how they tell you to do it, even if you don't understand why they're telling you to do it, there's definitely a reason behind it all. And eventually it just layers all the training layers on, because it's quite hard at the beginning. I remember when I was a newbie, I was so overwhelmed. I was really overwhelmed. I drank a lot of wine during that period. But I just remember at my computer doing landing pages or tracking, and I was like, oh my God. But it layers, all the training layers over the years. So it's not something that you're going to learn one thing and then that's it. Like it's repetitive, doing the stuff, repeating the work that they give you through doing your own stuff, you know, doing it over and over and over again. You just become kind of like a natural at it. So, but it definitely, I think it takes at least a year to kind of absorb it, and then you have to absorb it, then you have to do it yourself, then you have to make all these mistakes and learn from them, and then like after all that, great, you're there. You know, so there's no other, I don't think there's an easier way. Like I don't think there's like a shortcut. It's just doing it and being patient.
No, I don't think there's ever a shortcut to something that works. Yeah,
no, just being patient without results. I think that's the hardest thing. Yeah. Because a lot of the time you probably won't get results straight away from SFM. I think it takes it's not luck, it's skill plus luck for the beginning at least. You know, but just to keep going with it, I think is the best advice, the training.
Perfect.
You know, and then you can get to what you want to do, because like if you have this dream in the back of your head, which is also good just to have there, you know, like with me with my fitness program, I knew I wanted to do a fitness program, but I didn't have the tools to get me there, and I didn't even know what tools I needed. But because I did all the work, eventually it led me to where I needed to be, just by doing the work without knowing it.
And you're almost there now.
Hmm?
And you're almost there now, or you're there now?
Yeah, I released my fitness program. Yeah, I released the program. So I'm kind of there, and now it's just working on that program like I did with the SFM, and you know, starting all over and I'll have to learn stuff with that and just applying all the knowledge from the SFM. But, you know, to keep going with this program, like I have a business partner as well. So we just talk about, you know, at the moment, we don't have many members. So it's the same as SFM. You have small amount of members that maybe you're broadcasting to, but you should just pretend that it doesn't matter, that one person, it might be strong enough to, you know, to lead your business by word of mouth or whatever. Like, you just have to treat it as a serious business, because then other people will kind of treat you like that as well, you know?
Yep.
And that's how you grow. So,
especially when
you have to, I think.
Especially when people tell you, especially when other people tell you that maybe you could have done it this way. Or
Sorry?
Especially when other people tell you, or that, you know, you may have done it wrong, or could have gone this way, or.
Oh my God. Like, honestly, I had so many people telling me, like, what are you doing? You know, so many people criticizing what I was doing with SFM or just in general, you know, and I just honestly didn't listen to anyone. You just have to say, okay, there's like a shield here. No one is going to get through it. Like, really, I had family. I had my husband's family. What are you doing? Are you making money? The first thing people ask is, are you making money? I'm like, why is that so important? What am I learning? You know, like, you know, and for the SFM, I would explain it to people more that it's an educational platform. You know what I mean? Rather than something that I'm looking to be a millionaire from. I just say, actually, you know, I really enjoy it and I'm learning a lot and it's building my skills. But, you know, don't give too much away, because usually there's a lot of, I think from my own experience, there's a lot of negative people because they don't understand it. And I don't think they really want to understand it, because I don't know. I don't even know why people are so anti it.
It's easier for people to criticise, I think, and I don't think you ever see people questioning or criticising young people who are going to uni, anybody that goes to uni, and they think, oh, when you get into uni, you're going to earn all this money. And I know that many people that have finished uni and they don't want to do it and do something else.
Honestly, like, I totally agree, and I really believe this is more valuable than university for most people. I mean,
exactly.
I really do.
It's like on the job training.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's the old way of thinking, you know, and also that's ingrained into people. You finish school, you go to uni, you get a job. That's like life. There's no other choice. Like, for my dad at the beginning, like, had no understanding. Like, he's like, what are you doing? And it's like a scam and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you just have to, like, not listen to people and understand that everyone is actually entitled to their own opinion. It's how you kind of take their opinion. You don't have to take it, but they're entitled to it. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's just how you just reflect that, you know. Just
how you respond to it.
Yeah, it's how you responded, and just, like, not take it on you, like, as a weight. Because I think sometimes you can feel a bit negged out with it, especially if you're not feeling like you're getting results straight away. So it creates, like, voices in your head. What am I doing? And, you know, it is it's an investment too. So you just have to be at peace with that.
Exactly. And you've proven that it works too.
Yeah. It's like, you know, and even when I was marketing the SFM, I was also like, you know, it was a struggle, but there was a time where, I was definitely getting results and everything like that. But for me, I just knew that my fitness stuff was just so important to me, and that was my why. And the SFM advertising and stuff, it wasn't powerful enough for me personally, because I'm so fitness involved and I really wanted to bring out a product to help people in fitness, and I can't do both. So for now, like, the SFM is more a training platform for me rather than advertising it for now. Like, maybe I'll go back to it, but that's it. But definitely the training is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It just goes to show that, you know, you don't have to focus on SFM to be successful.
No, not at all. I mean, not at all. I think you just need to go what feels right in your gut, kind of thing. But I think at the beginning it's good. I mean, because it gives you something to advertise if you don't have anything. It you the skills you learn through that beginning stage of how to advertise, and you need something to advertise to learn. So, I mean, if I hadn't advertised SFM, I wouldn't have all these clients and I wouldn't know what I'm doing with my stuff. So I think it gives you a good starting point, and you can either continue with that or move to what you want. But either way, I think you still need to practice what you're learning. And they just say, why not just, advertise SFM, and it's a product that, you can believe in. So you might as well just advertise that, right?
Yeah.
So until you're ready to develop your own, if that's what you want. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. Should I keep talking? I feel like I can stop talking.
So does anyone else have any questions?
Hi, Nicole. Thanks.
Hi.
Hang on. For a second.
Yeah, where you go, Grant?
All right, sorry. I wasn't sure if I was working. I was just going to ask whether you were still promoting SFM, but I think you kind of answered that just before.
Yeah, no, I'm not at the moment.
Okay.
No, just because, I'm very, I did put some investment into, I put investment into this program, although I probably didn't mention, I also have an Amazon, I sell on Amazon fitness products as well. So I invested into that for stock. But again, a lot of the success of the Amazon has come through the SFM training. So yeah, it's really crazy how much SFM has helped me kind of build my own businesses outside of SFM. Yeah, and in terms of promoting SFM again, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't promote it again. It's just not my focus right now. I really want to build my fitness empire. Once I finish my empire, then I'll go back to SFM.
Okay, so Nicole, when you started off then and you were with SFM, because I'm quite new in this as well, did you then focus more on when you sort of had to build your avatar and promote out to people, did you focus on the fitness already then, or were you doing the fashion industry at that time?
In my own business, you mean, or with SFM?
With SFM, when you first started out, they always tell you to focus on a particular avatar.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I started out my avatar, yeah, exactly. So I wrote my avatar and she was into fitness. My avatar was myself, and within time I tweaked it a little bit because, like myself, but, liking to read certain books and stuff like that. I kind of directed it a little bit more towards more entrepreneurial, which I am, but like as an avatar. And my Facebook page was and my website was wealth, health, happiness. So there was always an element of fitness in everything that I did because it's just a passion. So I found it easier to talk about health and fitness. And I do believe that being an entrepreneur and being healthy and fit link really well together because it just, from my own opinion and experiences, when you're healthy and fit, you're able to focus more. And with entrepreneurial people, usually they're lacking a little bit of, I don't know, I'm all over the place a little bit. Actually, I was just diagnosed with not that long ago with ADHD. So I have problems sometimes with focus and especially with SFM, there's so many different elements you need to work on. It's really hard to kind of, to focus basically. So I found that fitness helps me with that. So I just talked about that a little bit when I started. Yeah. If that made any sense.
No, that's good. Yeah.
But but the avatar is really important, like what they talk about, finding your avatar. And I think it's a lot in the language and how you advertise because it's enabling you to speak to one person. And if, there's a million of those people, they're thinking you're speaking directly to them. And then you've kind of caught them, and you play on their emotional, you're not playing them, but, you're reaching them at an emotional level. So I think, definitely working on your avatar is really, really important. With all my clients that I have, I talk about avatars and stuff. I tell them, okay, who's your audience? Who's your avatar? Tell me their name. I give them a little checklist to do. So doesn't matter if you're doing SFM or, you know, in fashion, you always need to know who your target audience is in your avatar.
Yeah.
So yeah. How long have you been in SFM?
Since mid-January.
Oh, okay. So
not long.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably like totally overwhelmed and learning everything and stuff like that. Yeah, it just takes time and patience, really, and just to keep going, because it's a really great educational platform for sure. If you do it right, because I think a lot of people maybe skip over certain things because they take time. Like even the meta story, it really takes a lot of time. I have a headache thinking about it. But it's you know, it's well worth it. You just know that Stuart and Jay are super smart. They're super successful. And what it's like, one of the things that they say is, you know, you surround yourself in like, you know, success, and you're going to kind of like be on their level of somewhat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We hope one day.
Hang out with like-minded people.
Yeah, exactly. Totally true. So yeah, I think, I don't know what else. I think that's all I can say.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, did you come back to Australia then much at all, or you base yourself mainly in Israel now?
Well, I went back in December, not last one, the year before, for like my brother's wedding, and you know, it's a long trip, and now with my daughter it's even longer. But yeah, I think we'll plan probably next year. I have family coming here a lot, so you know, like my dad's coming in a few months. My mum was here, my sister's here. You know, I love Australia, so whenever I can get there, I'll go. And now with, you know, working online, I have no restrictions. So, I mean, it's pretty amazing. My husband and I, we hope to go to the US at the end of the year. And I said, well, I can go anywhere. I'm just in my computer. So, right? It's great.
Yeah.
So what does he say now?
My husband?
Yeah.
He keeps his word. That's what he does. You know, like, I think in deep down, he always knows there's a method to my madness. So when we were doing the SFM at the beginning, I'm pretty strong-headed too. There was no way I was going to not do something that I really wanted to do. It just was how I said it. You know, and wives always win anyway. You're just going to make the husband, like, you're going to make them think it was them, and then it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, he's super proud. He's super happy. He's like, you know, he's really proud, I think. Like, even like with this fitness magazine thing, he just, you know, everything, you know, comes to those who work.
Yep. Persistence.
It's real persistence, really. I think definitely the hardest thing is doing it with no results. That's tough, because you're just working and working, and you feel like you're giving all your energy day after day, working, and then you're just like, you don't feel it all the time that it's building, but it really is, even in your mind. So just got to keep on going. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it really. Oh, you only asked me if I was going back to Australia, and I went on a rant. Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's good. No, I totally understand that.
So yeah, I go back sometimes every few years, basically every 2 or 3 years. Yeah, and having the digital, you know, the last time I went back, I was actually working for a company. So as I said, I went back for a little while, and I only was able to go back to Australia for 2 weeks because of that restriction. So, I mean, like, not having to, I really don't like the word hate, but I hate working for people in office. I can't do it. Like, it's very hard, but
We've lost you.
I think we've frozen. Yep.
Oh, she wasn't a real person after all.
No, she is. I met her. She was at Momentum Day in Melbourne, I think, which was not last year, the year before. Where are we?
Her Wi-Fi probably battery run flat.
Yeah. She's not on Facebook either. Maybe she'll come back in. She's obviously logged out now.
Well, I wrote my first post on Facebook the other day.
All right.
I was in Sydney actually at the time. I had an afternoon free, and so I went into a cafe for 4 hours, and because I already had it sort of brewed in my mind of what I was going to write, so I just pretty much sat there for 4 hours and put it together and posted it, and yeah, seemed to get a lot of likes for it.
All
but
right.
I don't know how. I don't think has gone any further than that at this stage. And 3, what do they call it, leads or hits? Yeah. So.
So you put an ad together?
Yeah. I actually listened to Sandra's short web on creating a web page for Facebook, or not a web page, but an ad, and I didn't realise that you actually had to create, because you've got a Facebook page doesn't mean you've got a page as such to advertise on. So I had to create a page.
You need a business page.
Yeah, I didn't realise that, so I sort of fumbled about with that for a while, and then got it together, and I thought, bugger it, I'll just already got it brewed there, throw it on and see what happens, and it's good. So I just need to keep it up in that respect.
Yeah.
You have a website, Ralph?
No.
Did you just boost that post? Did you? Is that how you did it? I just looked it up then.
Yeah. I've got my normal Facebook page, and then I can't remember where it is. Somewhere it says create a page.
Yeah.
So because I was actually trying to create the ad in my Facebook page, but you can't do that because I was looking at Sandra's example, and it didn't match up for what she was showing to what I had on my page. So I ended up asking a few questions with SFM, and then it sort of clicked. So then I created a page and went from there. It worked really well. So and then I can continue to create posts, different ads, say different things relating to the same thing, like basically promoting SFM.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. We've got a page and all that, but I have not boosted it. I've not shared it or anything like that because we were planning on sort of getting the website totally finished before we did anything like that. Because with your funnel, like if you advertise with Facebook, obviously you have to have your compliant website and fully compliant funnel. And that's sort of where I want to start off with. But I might look at doing a few posts like you've done now and just boosting them.
Yeah, it was approved, no problems.
Yeah. No, that's
really yeah. I just spoke from my heart basically, and directed it towards the free webinar.
Yeah.
Did you put it, Ralph, onto a landing page, or did you just do it straight into the Facebook page?
Straight into the Facebook page. What I did is I just followed what Sandra was showing us how to do. So you go into your link generator, create your tidy URL, and then basically you have to pick your landing page. So you basically connect that to your Facebook page, and then just sort of fiddle with it then.
And if you've set up your profile in SFM correctly, if they take that link that the the base of the link.
Mm.
So like before you got the rest of it, they'll actually go back to it'll come up on your profile.
Yeah.
So you don't actually need a website as such if you've got your profile done up correctly in the SFM, because it will take you through to if they take the base domain and they go and visit it, it will take them back to your profile page on SFM. So it's important. Yeah. So if they want to find out about you.
Yeah. So I mean, in what was it, 2 or 3 days since I've done it, there's something like 120 hits on it. So I don't know if that's good or not, but anyway, it's good to me.
It's a start.
Someone's looking.
Anything's good. Anything's good.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Good.
So you're back, Nicole. We lost you.
Even my computer was telling me to shut up. All right, I'll take the hint. Sorry, I just collapsed from it, but I took that as a sign.
No, things like that happen sometimes when you're dealing with internet.
Yeah, everything technical just dies around me. Always down the toilet.
Oh, it can't be that bad because you're doing all right out of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. 50-50.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I hope that gave some insight to people that, I don't know, whatever, needed some.
It's all helpful. It just gives people different perspectives and shows them that it's possible. Different things are possible.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it can open a lot of doors.
Yeah, and that's why we have these calls with different people on just saying what they've done. So it's not all about promoting SFM. It's about building multiple streams of income. SFM can be one stream of income, but you can have other streams of income like your program and your consulting business. There's all different streams of income.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. From one training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something they say. I mean, they say, well, if SFM closes down tomorrow, well, you've still got the knowledge that you've learned through them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that you can take and use and build your own business.
Yeah, definitely. It's very good.
So does anyone else have any more questions?
No.
We're all happy? Well, thanks for coming, Nicole. It's been lovely having you on the call.
Thanks for having me, everyone. It was great to chat.
And I've been recording this, so I'll get the recording up and post it in the group.
Okay, cool. Good luck, everyone. Keep going.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks for sharing.
No worries. Bye. Take care. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh.